Well, we're here. It's finally the final. It's the Series 4 Grand Final. And on this special episode, we have two fantastic players who fought through all series. First of all, we have 15-year-old Ronan Higginson.
Hello.
And he will play the second female finalist of the day. It's Rachael Montgomery.
Hi.
And we have most of the team in tonight. We have George doing Lex.
Hello.
We have Stephen doing the stats.
Evening.
And we have Graham doing the stream.
Hello.
So those of you will be disappointed expecting to see Mouse tonight. We don't know where Mouse is. He was invited. George, do you know any updates? Haven't seen Mouse in the past while.
Nothing on here.
Nothing on here.
It's possible. I mean,
watching.
I only invited him like an hour ago, so he possibly thought he wasn't doing today.
Well, we've always all done the final, haven't we? So, it's
But in fairness, we've always had a special guest, and this week it's just us.
It's just us. Yeah, well, it is. Well, we're mature now, George. You see, we can't be relying on the celebs all the time. We stand on our own feet. It's been that kind of series, hasn't it? But really, you know, it sort of feels like the first sort of, I don't want to say independent, but yeah, we've had no assistance really this season. What do you think, George?
I was just thinking, should we give Adam Dexter the link? He normally just likes to turn up midstream.
Yes.
We'll give him and
He's in the chat and all.
him and Stevie and see who turns up first. Yeah, but Stevie must be at the football or something tonight. He couldn't make it tonight, but anyway, I hope you're all well and you're here to see some amazing countdown tonight. It has been a brilliant series, and I suppose we will turn to our stats man, Stephen, for maybe the tale of the tape for these two, because they've both been mightily impressive so far.
Yep, they have indeed, and I have pulled out, well, some of the stops, preparing an infographic.
Whoa, sexy.
Yeah, I know.
This is like the darts, isn't it?
So tonight's game is Ronan versus Rachael. So Ronan's played 5 games and 4 wins. Rachael had 6 games and won all of them. As you'd expect, Rachel's slightly ahead on points, 602 to 558. They're both hovering around 11 maxes per game. But where they differ is in where they score their points. So Ronan has scored almost as many points from letters as Rachael has, 360 to 361, despite playing a game less.
Yeah.
So that's because of all the 9-letter words he's got. He's spotted a 9-letter word on all 5 occasions where one's been available.
Nice.
Rachael hasn't spotted a 9, but in her defence, the 2 9s available were Tranos and Planuloid.
Well, yeah, maybe. Well, Tranos is a hard spot. Planuloid's ridiculous. Yes.
Yeah, Tranos was annoying because I knew there was an A stem and I couldn't for the life of me think of what it was, but it's stuck in my mind ever since.
You'll not forget it now, Rachel.
No,
Yeah.
even now I remember it now.
Yeah. Go on, Stephen.
Yeah, Planuloid was one of those words where he had to click through 3 different definitions to make sense of it.
And how's that spelled again?
Planuloid.
Yeah.
Planuloid, there you go. Give us both one.
Planuloid. Sounds like sort of like, you know, like one of those sort of makey-uppy companies, doesn't it? Planuloid. Planulike.
Yeah. So Ronan's might have the advantage in spotting 9s, but Rachel's strength lies in the numbers.
That's that 4 large that cost me.
Yeah. In fact,
4 large against Stu.
Yeah. In fact, apart from that, Rachael is perfect on the numbers. She's maxed 23 of the 24 numbers around she's faced this series.
Which was the one? What was 4 large? 4 large what?
It was a 4 large game.
It was the last one against Stu. I accidentally said 4 large when we were about to go for a crucial. And then Stu got it and I just completely cocked it up. And I remember getting it afterwards like 1250 minus 432 or something silly.
What was the target and what were the smalls? Do you remember?
1250, 432. It was something, I think there was a 6 and a 3 in there. So I think it was like 25
18 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can look it up very quickly. As soon as I can find it.
Would be be 818.
Yeah, it was 6-3 with the smalls, and target was 8-18.
Yeah.
What was the
See, that's how
solution?
much it clearly annoyed me, the fact I remember that. I remember it being the 4-3-2, and if I'd just done -6, like somewhere or something, I remember getting it after and it bugged me. Panicked because I didn't mean to ask for 4 large.
Anyway, hush a minute you while Stephen flashes you. Anyway, you've done remarkably well on your numbers. Anyway, hasn't she, Stephen?
Yeah, she has.
Mm.
And also, let's take that off now. Also, one of my favourite stats when I was researching this is that the 3 large selection is one that Rachel particularly likes.
It is.
3 large has been selected 21 times this series. Rachel is responsible for 6 of them.
Wow.
Which is more than a quarter of the selections this series.
Is that 1 per game?
Yeah, 1 per game.
I like my 3 large.
3 large. You seem to like all your numbers, but Rachel, I don't think you're not really weak on any of them, are you?
I think my favourites are 4 large and 6 small, but yeah, about 3 large. No, so yeah, probably all about the same, to be honest. I'm just a maths geek. I prefer numbers to the letters.
Just a maths geek, eh? Not just a maths geek. That should be your tagline. Not just
a maths geek.
David?
Yeah, so so the stats do say that they're pretty evenly matched. And it should be anyone's game.
And of course, ZoomDown, as we know, is a great leveler. It's a different sport, isn't it? It's you got your peers watching. You know, there's not that sort of anonymity of Apto kind of buzz. It's a different buzz, I think. It's more. I think it's more akin to the TV show than Apto, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yes.
You haven't got the interface that can screw you up if you're on the numbers.
On Apto.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of times I've mistyped it in the box, or I'll do Control Left or something to go to the beginning because I've done the wrong brackets or something, but then it takes the target up or down 1.
That's why I simplified it, Rachel. I did about a week of that, trying all the formulae and all that sort of stuff, and control this and control that. And I thought, nah, you know what? It's just I'm making too many mistakes. I'm going to click. I'm going to get my mouse and I'm going to click the plus and the multiplied button. Yeah. And that's what I've done ever since.
It's automatic to do Control Left. I haven't got a mouse. I've got a mouse pad, and it's slower. I just automatically do Control Left or something.
Control Left to decrement your declaration.
Yeah,
because
so if you 667, you can come down to 666.
Yeah, because if you press Control Space, you declare the target, but then you can go like, up and down. I've never really got the hang of those key combinations. The thing with the numbers,
I've never intended to do it, and I've done it a few times, not realised, get through to it. I'm like, wait, I've got the answer, and then I realised it's done that.
What used to catch out new players on Apterus is you think, okay, I've declared 657 or whatever, and then that numbers interface pops up. This little patience timer, which is a progress bar going on the bottom. And of course, it doesn't use the progress bar in the same way other apps use a progress bar. So the user sees a progress bar and they think, oh, it's loading, I'll just wait. Oh, I've lost. What's going on there?
I get 0 points, yeah.
It's not obvious that maybe it's changed now, but it used to be that it looked like you were waiting for it when actually it was waiting for you.
Yeah.
But anyway, Stephen, it looks like we have a clash of styles, and Ronan's done very well on his letters, and but surprisingly, Ronan is sort of famous for his conundrum ability.
Yeah, but I think you've cottoned on to that and made all of his conundrums really difficult.
Oh, have we? Have we subconsciously given him hard ones, do you think?
Well, he solved 2 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
There was one where Ahmed beat him to a conundrum. So that's not really his fault. That was like 1.1 seconds or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think you see that if 2 good players are on, you make the conundrum harder in response.
Of course, yeah. No, every game is tailored to whom we have on. Yeah, most definitely, always has been, and I think that's a good model. You know, there's no point having one of those. I mean, what was the Isfagula or something, George, we had in one of the first games? I mean, it was just stupid. You give that to a player who's never been on Apto, for example. They're just, you know, you could give them all day and they wouldn't get it. So, I mean, you have to sort of match. I think you have to match your quiz to the ability of the players as well. No. Do you not think that's fair, Stephen?
That's absolutely right. I'm reminded again by the quote from Alan Connor, where he wrote used to be the question editor on Connect. He wrote a book about quiz setting, and it applies to conundrums and puzzles and crosswords and anything. And he said that novice setters sometimes think their job is to beat the contestant, and it absolutely isn't. The job of the quiz setter is to lose after a struggle. You have to set it so no one should be setting a conundrum or a quiz question thinking they'll never get this. You're doing it wrong. You're setting it so that you think they'll get it.
No, I've always we do. You try and push that envelope a little bit and try and make it as hard as you want, but there's no way you want it that it doesn't go on, that it doesn't get solved. That's for me, that's a fail when it doesn't get solved. Like the last couple, I suppose. The last couple were hard. Did you get the interesting thing about the last couple of conundrums? In the semi-finals, Ronan and Rachael both tried to buzz for their respective conundrums, but they were both ever so slightly late. Both 38 milliseconds late. Oh. That's just Rachel's average. That's Rachel.
Yeah, but what is it? What is that? How did you both?
Yeah, I don't know how you both ended up 0.0038 seconds. Is it
0.038? Yeah.
Oh wow, that could go for the linkage, really. So.
Did you see it, Ronan?
It was actually just going to be a guess, random guess.
Yeah, it was. They were hard, but they were hard cons, but not stupidly.
Well, mine's annoying because I got it, but then I scribbled it down first because it didn't look right, and then that cost me. If I'd have buzzed as soon as I saw it instead of writing it, then I would have got it in time.
Gastritis. Normally, people think of it as in a longer word, gastroenteritis. I think.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I thought afterwards, I was like, "Is that what? Is it short for that?" I was thinking, yeah. Oh, but hey ho. Thankfully, Paul didn't get it, so it didn't cost me. It's okay.
He's gone. What's it? I thought it was just some one of those random silences where Paul thinks that you're about to speak and you think he's about to speak, but no, he's just off the call.
I was just thinking, was it that bad that I said it was like, yeah, just dead silence? I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, he could just be standing really, really still.
He's the host now, it says.
Yeah. Oh, he's back, but he's muted. While we're waiting for Paul to unmute, Adam's doing his charity numbers thing in the chat. What would everybody like? I'll have 197 and 203, please.
I am a creature of habit. I will go 336 and 504, please.
Yeah, also habit. 496 and 512.
729 and 386.
I'll go 777 and 707.
317 and 818. Hopefully the number will be good this time.
What you did there.
Somebody commented in the chat that I always seem to drop off the call at the same point, roughly sort of between 10 and 8:15, and it's happened again. It's quite weird.
I don't know what can cause that.
I have not.
You hear about like microwave ovens interfering with Wi-Fi, but maybe your neighbours microwave a meal.
I was blaming Viv. I was blaming Viv because Viv would be sort of taking the kids to bed around now. But Granny and Granda are here tonight because my parents are here for Christmas, so they're all in the living room. No one has moved. So I mean, nothing has changed at all tonight. The internet company said, we've checked everything. Nothing is wrong. You're getting huge speeds. You're getting more than you're supposed to be getting because we've boosted you. And
can I just did your entire internet connection fall down? Just the Zoom?
Who knows? It's the Zoom. Yeah, the Zoom goes. It knocks me off the call for about a minute. It looks like you guys freeze, but I guess you get the same for me then. Just looks like I freeze and then drop off. But
it just goes dead silent and then
Can you refresh your webback page just in case that's dropped off?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah. No, you see, none of that has changed. I mean, I could probably get Facebook notifications and things like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with the internet. It seems to be a Zoom thing. I mean, I'm paying 17 quid a month for this, so I would like it fixed. But anyway. We'll get to the bottom of it eventually. So anyway, let's check in with our audience, because what makes ZoomDown so great is the fact that we have a live audience. I mean, Countdown doesn't even have any audience really these days, any live audience. So we have that interaction, and it's been one of the best things since the very start. George, do you not think? So what makes Zoom down, isn't it?
Briefly speaking of our audience, adding to Adam's £20 in the charity pot, he's also adding a tenner every time somebody declares a 9-letter word.
Woo!
I thought you were going to say every time ours came up then.
Pick for less lumpy, Graham. Pick for less lumpy. Pick for less lumpy. We don't want the lumpy porridge tonight. We don't.
No, I know exactly how lumpy the porridge is tonight.
We want the Goldilocks zone tonight. So we do. So any crack with them, George? Are they all happy? Looking forward to this?
Indeed, they are.
So as
Speaking of that, I think we might as well get things going.
Have we got support? We got support for both players tonight. We got some.
I'm sure we do.
Good. So Ronan, you haven't got your mum watching yet? No, you haven't suckered her into the old Zoom down yet?
This is just all up here. I haven't told anyone about this. It's really outside.
Anyone. Well, you'd think it was a dirty secret or something, Ronan, the way you're talking about. I haven't told anyone. No. Just keep it to myself.
Yeah, keep it to myself.
Right, okay. Right, well, not sure how I feel about that, but anyway, we'll let you off this time. Right, so if everyone's ready, I suppose we will crack on. I've left the call once, so I can't see it happening again. Graham, let's tempt that fate, eh? Rachel has the coat off now, sleeves rolled up. Here we go.
It's a blanket because I'm cold.
Cold. Right, well, you're in your own home tonight, but you can't be expecting the same heating that you get in the Holiday Inn. So.
I know, I'm in a hotel because I actually moved house yesterday, so we've got no Wi-Fi, so I had to stay in a hotel tonight.
You're in a hotel just for ZoomDown?
Yeah, because I just had no Wi-Fi. I wasn't expecting to make it this far, so I'd arranged to get my keys yesterday, and then, it kind of screwed me over.
That's funny. Has anyone else ever done such a thing to just book a hotel for the night because you had no internet for ZoomDown? It is the final. I guarantee you. That's.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It weren't like I could just say, "Oh, can I play a different day?"
Yeah. No, we get you. Right. Anyway, before I get much drunker, let's crack on. So, Ronan and Rachel, the very, very best of luck to you.
Best of luck, Rachel.
Good luck, Rachel. Good luck, Ronan. Even. Bad luck.
Hope it's a cracker of a final. Play your best, guys. Nice and relaxed. And Ronan, it's your letters, please. Take it away.
3 vowels, 3 consonants, please.
Sure. U, E, and U. Ooh. S, N, and N.
Vowel, please.
E.
Consonant.
V.
And a final vowel, please.
And a final O. 30 seconds. So, Ronan.
Just 6.
6. And Rachel?
Yeah, 6.
Yours, please, Ronan. Ronan.
Venues.
Venues. Okay. Rachel.
Venues.
Rachel?
Uneven.
Uneven. That was mine. George.
Yeah, nice easy start tonight. A few more in there. Unseen, Venus, and Venos.
Sorry, unseen was mine. Yours was uneven, Rachel. Yeah, sorry, mine was unseen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like there might be a sneaky 7 in there, but nothing else, no?
No, nothing longer. I think Shadow swept up most of them as well between them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No unovens, I'm afraid.
Unovens? What would that even mean? Okay.
To take something out of an oven, I presume.
What is? Okay, round 2 then. Nice, safe start for both of you. Rachel, your letters, please. Round 2.
4 consonants, 3 vowels, please.
Sure. They are L, M, L, and D. I, O, and E.
And a vowel, please.
Is another E.
And a consonant, please.
And a final S. So, Rachel.
8.
8. And Ronan?
Yeah, 8.
Yours, please, Rachel.
Melodies.
Melodies, yes. And Ronan? Yeah, we see that. Melodies.
Yeah, melodies. I was thinking of Modelize for 9.
So was I. Could you have it, Stephen, with the double L, Modelize?
Asking the wrong person because I'm the one with
Oh, sorry, George. Sorry,
dictionaries
Stephen,
tonight.
you were off screen there for a minute, George. Sorry,
Dun, dun.
sorry, George.
Modelize is in, but only with the singular L, as is melodize, with it, and those were the other 2 8s.
Okie doke. Right, good start. A 6 and an 8, no 9s yet for Adam's wallet. Let's hope we get some. It's round 3, and that's numbers. That's Ronan. Your first pick, please.
I'm actually going to go for 4 large this time.
Okay, here we go. 4 large. Your 2 smalls are 7 and 5. Then we have our standard 25, 100, 75, and 50. And your target will be 261. 30 seconds. Okay, so Ronan, 261.
Yes, 261.
And Rachel?
Yeah, 261.
Okay, go for it, Ronan. Your way, please.
75 plus 5.
Sorry, 75 plus 5, yeah?
Um,
Is that sorry, your internet's a little bad there. Just repeat that again, Ronan.
75 times 5.
75 times 5.
Yeah.
375.
Take the 100.
275.
7 times 50 divided by 25 for 14 to take off.
Take it off for 261. Yes. Rachel.
I did 100 minus 7.
Yeah.
Times 50 over 25. 186.
Yeah.
And add 75.
And add 75. Very nice. For 261. Didn't see that way. I was more in Ronan's way. Take off a 14. But I suppose you were
That's how I
taking
did
off
the 14.
Yeah, I get that. That's, yeah. So, George.
Yeah, not too many ways for that one. 50 times 5, add 7, add 100 over 25 for the 4 was mine.
Mm-hmm.
And only 4 ways in total. Nothing too extreme in there. Nothing going, nothing with a big divide in it.
Okay, all right. So 24 all. Zero-point game as we go into round 4. That is Ronan's letters, please.
Is it?
Mine?
It's
Right,
Rachel's letters.
Sorry. Rachel's letters.
4, 3, please.
T, S, R, and T. I, E, and E.
And a vowel, please.
Is another I.
And a consonant, please.
And a final R. So, Rachel.
Sure, there's more, but only 7.
7, Ronan.
Yeah, just 7 as well.
Yours, please, Rachel.
Retires.
Retires, yes, Ronan.
Retires as well.
Retires. Well, they're a long way off that, these two, George. Was there anything longer? Looks
Yeah, no
nice
need to
enough.
be disappointed. 7 was the max in there.
One of those.
Reading up the list: Testia, Terries, Terrets, Retters, Retries, Retires, and Etriers.
Etriers, go for that.
An etria is a short rope ladder with a few rungs of either wood or metal, from the French meaning stirrup.
From the French for stirrup. Stirrup, okay. Very good. Okie doke, 31 all. It's round 5. That is Ronan's this time, please.
3 vowels, 3 consonants, please.
E, O, and A. T, C, and G.
Vowel, please.
O,
Consonant.
Z,
And a final vowel, please.
and a final A. 30 seconds. So, Ronan.
We'll have to try 7.
7, okay. Rachel,
Just a 5.
which is
A gaze.
a gaze. Okay, Ronan.
Coatage.
I did wonder that. I've got that down and I thought, I don't know.
Coatage. George.
You can have cottage and boatage, but sadly, Ronan, no coatage, I'm afraid.
Lucky Ronan.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God as well, because I was like, surely I would have played that by now if it had
Yeah.
coatage.
It seemed right. I'd put it before the Z and the A came out, and then I thought, no, I think I'm making it up.
So, was there anything longer than a 5, George?
No, there wasn't. A gaze, a gate,
A gate,
coos, and a cote.
Coos. What's coos?
Coos, I did look up, and I shan't define for you, Paul. Not tonight.
It's one of those, George.
It's one of
always
those
one of
ones.
those when you're on.
I mean,
It's
I'll give you the
always one.
definition instead for ocote, which is a pine tree of upland areas in Mexico and Central America, yielding very resinous wood.
So we're all going to look the other one up later on. Is it C-O-O-Z-E?
Yes, it is.
Right. So why are you always on when it's those words, George? I don't know. Are you a magnet for them or something? I don't even know what it means. You see, you're sitting there in full knowledge. I don't even know what it means, and you're like, well, it's a generational thing. I probably just don't know what it means.
To be fair,
I mean, I didn't before I looked it up.
Okay, right. You
That's
seem
why
to
I
know all
looked it
these
up.
weird words, George. You seem to know more of them than I do. I know that.
Yeah, but he has the definitions in front of him.
He does. That's true. That's true. But he knows not to. Not Paul. Don't even go there. Don't ask me.
Eve Rob Johns has quite accurately said in chat, dozens of us have just headed to Lexico. I did as well. I'd never heard of it either.
Keep this tab open. Yes, keep this tab open. Don't leave.
I think you need to put it in the chat now, George, just so we can see.
Fiona's comment, lol, not sure George is a magnet for them. Too right.
All right. Okay. Well, that gives me a clue. Round 6. Then we'll move on, George. Round 6 is Rachel's numbers.
3 large, please.
3 large. Maverick for the 22nd time this season, sir. So 1, 3, and 8, and your larges are 25, 75, and 50. Your target 507. Okay, 507 then, Rachel.
Yeah, 507, I think.
Okay, Ronan.
No, 506.
Okay, go for it, Rachel, then. 507.
Probably doing this wrong now then. 75, add 50.
125. Yeah, on pen.
Add
Yeah.
8
133.
times 4 for 532.
Can you?
Oh, sorry, 3 add 1 is 4 times that.
You don't have a 4, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, and then time.
and then minus the 25.
And you have a 25 left. Very nice for a Peugeot 507. Very well done indeed. George?
Yeah, it's a very good spot. There's only one other way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
50 add 3, other one is 54, times that by 8, and then add the 75 on.
54. Oh, 432 plus 75. Rachel just mentioned a 432 in the build-up as well, didn't she?
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah.
well done, Rachel. She's good at these old numbers, definitely. So, 31 to 46. Then we'll take a little break then, as is our wont. We have no famous guests to talk to this time, George. But it's been that kind of series, and it's it is. It's just. I mean, it's good. Graham, what are your thoughts of ZoomDown? Have your impressions changed since you joined the team?
Well,
is your view of ZoomDown different now than it was?
Well, obviously, a lot of things have changed with how we do it as well. But yeah, it's a very different experience being this side of it, and I feel like I have given the sort of hello everyone, and these are your web rack links, and this is how we do things dozens of times now. It's almost a force of habit, but yeah, it just gives a newfound appreciation, even more than I even already had, of you and all the other people who've worked on ZoomDown, George, Fiona, Tom, and so on, who worked on since the early series, to do this twice a week. Yeah, quite difficult. A lot of things remember.
It's quite a lot of work, isn't it? Yeah, it is. There's a fair amount that goes into it. It doesn't. Yeah, I suppose it just looks like we turn up and we put on your interface and that's it, and we play a game. But there's a lot more that goes on. There's many conversations take place.
Yeah, thankfully the pre-call we have that everyone joins before the call is not recorded anywhere. I'm sure it would be hilarious on occasion, but
I did record. I recorded many of them last series.
Oh, okay.
I recorded Susie. I had to say, Susie, I'm actually recording you now, just in case I want to use this. She was cool about it, but
we had our own little changes to the proceedings. I did wonder. I did add one change. You know the test card that starts every episode, the test card, and you looking through the thing. Every episode I have streamed since mid-November, I've made Paul's eyes move during that. Just once. Normally at the end, just before we go into the program. As far as I know, nobody has noticed this. I have done this every single time since November.
I have.
No comments at all.
I've noticed. I'm like a freaky Sacred Heart of Jesus. You know those Sacred Heart of Jesus Catholic families will know this, where they have the Lord on the wall, and when you walk past, the eyes move with you. It's kind of like that.
Well, I've never noticed that before.
Do you know what? On the way home from my I've got my booster today, and on the way I was walking home, I go past it's a Polish Catholic church, and on it in the car park, there's what I can only describe as a bird table with a figure of Jesus in it. Do you know what that is? What's
the
going
Sacred
on?
Heart of Jesus. It'll be the Sacred Heart of Jesus.
Why is he on a bird table?
His heart exposed. It'll be like that. It's to remind. It's Catholic guilt. It's basically if you've sort of neglected your old Catholic guilt, it's to remind you. So
if you've neglected to feed the birds,
yeah,
it's good. All you need to give Jesus is 2 loaves of bread and 5 fish, and he's all right.
What blessed are the seed makers?
The seed makers, yeah, the cheese makers. Blessed are the meek. Oh, I'm glad they're getting something. They have a hell of a time. Yeah, it's very different this side. George, I mean, what are your thoughts? How do you think ZoomDown has changed this series? Because you've been here.
I thought you've asked my thoughts on Christianity and Jesus.
No,
and that.
Wouldn't go there, George. Wouldn't go there. Wouldn't go there. Not until we've had lots of beer. What about ZoomDown, bud? How do you think it's changed since we first started it?
Well, I mean, it's only changed for the better, but particularly this series, getting less aptary people on and more just fans of the show. I think it's given a nice, more wholesome little vibe to it. And I have really enjoyed this series.
Yeah, same here. I definitely think. I mean, I suppose we did. We used up a lot. We used up a lot of this sort of the god level players that we would have had on in the first. We all know the names. We don't have to repeat the names, and most of them have been series winners. But it's nice. I mean, ZoomDown just works getting a good matchup. Just making sure that it's an even game. And I'm sure Stephen can give us stats. You've provided stats before on that, Stephen, the closeness of the games.
The last time I think it was the end of Series 3 that I talked about how even the matchups had been and how surprisingly close to 50% every single game was. So I've done the same for this series just to see if that trend has continued, and it has. So if it's your first game on ZoomDown, you've got a 45.8% chance of winning.
That's dropped a bit. That was 49 before, wasn't it? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 48, 49 before.
Right, yeah.
Which is still very, very close.
What do you put that down to? Do you put it down to humans making the choices that we know what a close game is?
Yeah. Well, I know you've got the pot system. We have like 4 pots where...
This was all meant to be secret, but anyway, yeah, go on. You might as well tell everyone now.
Okay. Well, it's a broad seeding system, so like the top players would all be in pot 1, and they'd all play each other. And then you've got tiers below that, so if you're a new player...
Someone like me would be a 2, yeah.
So if you're, say, just a casual fan, you'll be playing against other casual fans. So the idea is that you don't have any major blowouts, which I think is the same trend has continued. I think the largest winning margin this series is 56. That was Luke Johnson-Davis against Florence Kappelman.
And that's just because Luke is...
Yeah,
Luke is Luke, isn't he? It's
that's
Luke can do that. Luke could do that to you. Luke could do that to you, Stephen. Really, couldn't he?
Has
hit him on the wrong day. Yeah.
Didn't he have a ridiculously high score or something?
Yeah, it was 126.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just average for Luke. That was lower than his average on his Octo run.
Christ.
His Octo run average was 128. So when you're averaging 128, that's yeah.
Yeah, but given that the people in this Zoom call have had like 20 televised games where they've won by more than 56, I think we can forgive that one.
I wonder what's the biggest points difference this series on Countdown? Anyone got any stats for that? There has been some maybe not as big as previous series, but there's been some big wallopings. I would imagine.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be over 100.
Do you have stats for that as well?
I didn't check televised countdown, but what I can do is very quickly look through the wiki. Well, Jeremy Slaney won a game by 91.
Did he? Wow. Okay.
110 to 19. Let's see. Ahmed had one where he won by 86.
I think that one might take... Oh.
I wonder if there's one that was close to... Wait, oh, yeah, Stu's first game.
Oh, Christ.
where he won by 95.
Did he? Right. Okay.
His score, wasn't it? Was it 148,
it was
was it?
148.
Yeah, 148 to 53.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the other player got a really low score. It was just that he...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking through Stu's run. Just in Stu's Octa run, he had 4 games where he won by more than 56.
Wow.
There you go. It says it all. And yet we've talked about it quite often this series. The Countdown does seem to have closed the gap a little bit in a way. They do seem to be giving folk harder games, harder prelims. There doesn't seem to be as many Bernie versus Sam Kappelman lines games. Do you remember that? Do you remember some of those? Do you remember the one where he barely scored and Sam got well over 100?
Yeah.
So probably 100 points gap. Elliot had a few of those, did he not? Where he beat them by over 100.
Yeah, I mean, I had a couple of them.
Did you? Right.
There was one that I won by 110.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I didn't even score that much on any of mine.
Not fair, is it? It's not really fair on the other fella, the other girl. It's I suppose that was in our thinking when we started it. We just wanted it to be close games, and how can you manage to sort of have a tournament then if it's all close games? Would you be better just doing a direct knockout, or would we do it like Countdown? And I suppose we just settled on 4 games. It would be better that a player plays 4 of their peers, and that's equivalent, I suppose, semi-equivalent to sort of 8.
It's right that that you play 4 rather than 8, because the series is shorter. What we had just over the high 20s number of episodes, so let's say 50 odd games. So it's shorter than a Countdown series.
Yeah, 57 games usually we have, I think, something like that. Right?
Yeah, we've had 62 games this series. So 55 prelims? Or 56?
Yeah, 55. 28 episodes, 55.
Because I'm not counting this one.
Yeah. But it's, no, it's been, so you do. I mean, for a player who was maybe thinking about coming on or going on Countdown, probably going to get a fairer game coming on ZoomDown.
You'll get a more consistent game coming on ZoomDown. As in, you're guaranteed to be matched against someone who's roughly equivalent to your ability.
You're not going to play an Ahmed, really, unless you deserve to play an Ahmed.
Yeah, but if you go on Countdown, you're basically at the mercy of the scheduling.
Yeah.
Because I think they just take people in the order that they pass the audition. And whatever happens.
I would like a conversation with Amo, really, over some pints at some stage to see have they tweaked anything, because it does seem, just from judgment, it does seem a little different.
For all the conspiracy theories that people say about, what these two players were exactly 8 games apart, or why did this player, this big hitter, run into that big hitter, it does seem rather random, and all the observations are consistent with it just being put together whenever people. Whenever people are available, and people will just form whatever theories they want out of that.
And I think humans are very good at
Sorry, Karen.
No, carry on, Rachel. Paul's actually stopped.
Yeah, you can carry. You go, Rachel, because Paul has disappeared.
Well, it seemed like that's all it was with me, because it's originally I was told mid-August filming, and then suddenly got an email last week of July saying, we've got spaces available next week now if you want to come. Thankfully, I was lucky. I had to wait 2 hours to hear back from a manager because it would cross with Ninth End. By the time I replied, they said, the space is gone. If I'd have gone for it, I would have ran into Ahmed. So I'm glad I didn't. I got a win out of it. But yeah, look, it's like, we've got spaces. Do you want to do it? We just see when they can fit people in, really.
Yeah, I was on the other end of that. So Tom Schaefer-Cook, who was tail end of 76 and went over to 77. He had to reschedule his first appearance. He would have been my 6th opponent, which, given that we both ended up winning our series, I think worked out quite well for both of us.
Who was that, Stephen?
That was Tom Schaefer-Cook.
Tom Schaefer. I like Tom. Tom's a gentleman. We had Tom on a couple of times. Tom was great. Tom was going to join the team at one point, George. But then he had a new baby. It didn't feel right. And then I didn't really feel right to go and ask him again. Oh, you remember you said you were in trying? Because I know what it's like to have
about that. No offense to Tom if he's watching.
Sorry.
There we go. Standard. That's like me dropping off the call. That's if you're playing ZoomDown Bingo tonight. There you go. You can cross off that line.
You should do a little thing where people guess how many times I'll do it, and then spend them, and he goes to charity if you get it right.
It's like me. It's like I used to, because of the system I used to use. It used to be like that. I'd start a round with a round of applause all the time. So it's nice to give yourself a little round of applause like that the other time. So anyway, I want to find out you guys, because it's this. We don't have a celebrity guest, and ZoomDown's always been about making you guys the star. I mean, I had a private conversation with Paul Nixon, and he was asking me, what was your thinking behind ZoomDown, and it was always like, when I first joined, it was always like I always saw myself a little bit like sort of like the Barry Hearn really type figure. It was like we kind of wanted to make you guys the stars. More people should know about you, top Countdown players. And it's kind of worked out that way. I want to find out. I want to know, and I think that our viewers want to know more about you as well. I think that it gives you a horse in the race. If you're watching an episode and you know more about that person, you might think, oh yeah, I like a bit of that as well, and
Yeah.
The time chatting with the contestants, and it is important. I think I said something about between the two series. I said how ZoomDown was too long, and you could probably do the whole thing inside an hour and 15 minutes. And now I realise No, because you need the chat with the contestants. You can't just trim that down to the bone. But now we've got it down to, like, I think an hour and a half.
Yeah, you need that 15 minutes at least. Yeah. You do. Yeah, you do. Yeah. And I think our viewers tune in for that. And that's it's how we all feel like we all know each other really well. Do you know, most of us have only really spent time like this, sitting in your chair, in your office chair, looking at a screen. But you get that impression that we all sort of know each other.
It's like different to Apto. Apto, it's kind of like you're just playing computers as such. You're not really seeing them. Whereas that's it. It's seeing each other. You actually feel like you kind of know each other.
Yeah.
I think it'll help. It helps them with co-events and stuff like that.
Do you not think so, Rachel? Do you not think when we all met up at Blackpool, even just from having a bit of ZoomDown experience and all that, it gave us a sort of, it broke the ice for us already?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, that's it. So I knew obviously the countdown crew for going in, the ZoomDown crew, for going into the co-events. So it's like, right, I know these people, right, and that's it. It helped with that.
And you feel like you know them quite well, even though you probably don't, but you feel like you do.
Yeah, that's it. And it just feels like friends as such. It's this little community, whatever, rather than just complete strangers.
Yeah, and then when you're walking into a big empty conference hall kind of thing, and you don't get that nerves, you don't like, oh God, I don't know anyone here. You're like, oh, there's your one from ZoomDown. Even like like Fiona Tickham, whatever. People will be going, oh, that's Fiona, and you have no problem going over to her and sort of saying, hi, I see you online and all that. So.
Yeah.
And it's never been about us. I mean, some people have sort of maybe in a bad temper and stuff, so it's all about ye and it's all about Paul Anderson and stuff. It's not. I don't even give my name in this. It's not about us. It's never.
That's why you purposely go offline all the time, so they'll say, Paul's gone, your name will reappear.
It's never been about us. It's always been about trying to sort of make you guys the stars, because I suppose I thought Countdown in the last couple of years, Nick really never made the players the stars. Nick was good. Nick was a very, very good host, but he never really made too much fuss about the players. And Anne, for all her faults, and she has many of them, she does. She has kind of made it a little bit more about the players, and I have to commend her for that. She does. I don't rate her technique half the time, but her intentions are good.
Yeah.
And she has made it about the players, and people end up talking about the players after an episode, and I think that is definitely important. So with that in mind, I want to find out what you guys do. What do you guys do when you're not playing Countdown? So we'll start with Ronan. What do you do when you're not playing Countdown and you want to get some kicks?
Well, usually we've got busy time at the moment with preparation and everything of exams, so...
Mm-hmm. That's school, but I'm talking about fun. What do you do for fun if it's not Countdown?
To be honest...
It's a really difficult question to answer.
It is. But I think it's an important question too.
It's also one. It's very difficult to think of an answer quickly.
We'll give him time. He doesn't have to answer immediately. Like, are you into sport? Are you into music? Are you into films or anything like that? What do you do? What do you do for downtime?
Downtime, well, yeah, I prefer to probably just watch a bit of TV and stuff like that. More into telly.
Just to switch off, kind of veg out, kind of thing.
Usually, yeah. To be honest.
And what about your future? What do you see yourself doing in 10 years' time? What any jobs that you have in mind or anything like that?
Really, no idea, honestly.
Haven't had that discussion with your careers teacher yet, then? No. I mean, I remember that awkward conversation. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
Look, I think these types of things are all starting to come in now, though.
Well, that's a good thing. I think the earlier you think about these things, the better. Not that you have to make a firm decision, but it's good to know your options, I suppose.
Yeah. I'll probably start getting a lot of these types of meetings and...
Well, I want to ask you then, because I know that you're going to be applying for Countdown, and I had mistakenly called you a 16-year-old already, but you're still only 15. You'll be, 16 in January?
Yeah.
So you're going to apply for Countdown then. So how are you prepared for Anne Robinson? What are you going to do?
Well, I'm trying to come up with something that just will be a bit of a laughable type of...
You told me the other night on text that you had your intro sorted then, so you must have a few things in your head that you would...
Kind of, yeah. Just trying to think of it now and just waste time of word it.
Do what Danielle did. I think it was great. She said, so can I come clubbing? No, Anne, you're too old. Brilliant. Ask a silly question.
I might say it's nice to be young or something like that. just to rub it in.
Yeah. She'd give one of those looks to cameras, then, wouldn't she? Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you get a meme face. There you go.
Hey.
Rachel, I had you because she's known as the Queen of Meme. I had you flagged as the Queen of Meme because from your.
Yeah, I don't know. That it was just pure chance. I managed to pause it on that, and then
Just that look, you're like,
screenshot
ugh.
just kind of looked. I don't think it was even. It was just. I think I was just trying to look focused. I think I was just. Yeah, I wasn't really listening to what was being said.
It was one of those don't even.
I think it was just I was trying to pretend to look like I was interested, and it clearly didn't come across like that. I think I just zoned out to whatever was being waffled about, and just like thinking, just hurry up because I'm trying. I just want the game over, kind of thing.
Were you nervous then? Were you nervous on the telly?
Oh God, yeah. I was stressing the entire time. Like all I kept thinking was, you've got to do this. Everyone's going to be watching. Like you're expected to be good at numbers. You're expected this. I spent half of each round just stressing. If I didn't see an answer straight away, I'm like, come on, you've got to find something. I mean, the worst part was the ones where all I could see was bloody porn and turd. I was like, I need to find something different. I can't say these on telly.
Yeah,
I mean, they had to
exactly.
Yeah, I'm just like stressing. Like you've got to find something else. My family are going to watch this. Like they made me reshoot her just because I was laughing that much, like saying, I don't want to say this on telly. I don't want to say this. And then that's it. It was just, they made me reshoot it with dirt at the end. But I was just stressing, just thinking, you've got to do well. So yeah, it was very bad. When Anne asked me my third episode and she said, so are you feeling more confident in this game? I was like, no, not really. And then of course I lost. I was like, well, I'm glad I didn't say yes now. It would have been like awkward. But yeah, I was just nervous the whole time.
So tell me, what do you do what do you do for kicks then when you're not playing Countdown?
Well, not pole dancing, as Anne kept saying. It was not pole dancing.
Yeah, no, we'll not go there. We'll not go there.
Everything other than that, to be honest, not an awful lot. Just like
I did notice some questionable TV choices on your Facebook profile. Love Island, for example. You Love Island.
Oh God,
a guilty
I've
pleasure?
watched that for years, thank God. It's a
all right, that's an old decision, was it? Right. Okay.
Yeah, I watched it with my sister. I'd never watched it before. I watched a couple of series with my sister, and that was it.
I get it. It's crappy, cheesy TV. I get it, but people use it just for complete to zone out and to laugh at other people and stuff like that.
Yeah. But no, I think I just prefer kind of like, well, obviously quiz shows and all that, as the Countdown crew usually are. But yeah, besides that, just get some like Netflix series. I've got 5-6 series and just kind of binge watch them or something.
Binge, right? You'd watch 4 or 5 in a row. Okay.
Yeah, I just zone out watching that, but then I just tend to fall asleep anyway. To be honest, I can't concentrate that long.
And do you have these facilities in the hotel room tonight as well? Are they a bit of Netflix, or you just you got your phone?
I've got the laptop.
Your laptop, yeah.
Yeah, and I've got my Switch to sit playing Mario. So because I'm big.
Oh, you got your Switch? Oh, have you? Okay, what, the new one or last year's one or the new one?
I'm assuming last year's one I just bought.
I think there's a new one out, isn't there? I think there is a new one out.
No, I remember my niece and nephew got one, and I was playing it.
They are cool.
And I was like, okay, I want one, and they're playing Mario Kart and playing Mario Brothers because I'm.
I don't like. I have to say, I've got big hands. I don't like the tiny controllers. I can't work. Yeah. I can only work it when it's in the joypad. I can't work.
I always end up taking screenshots because I'm always catching the wrong button and then going to the home page. And it's like, for God's sake, I'm about to win this race. Get off, get back. But yeah, I've only got small hands, and I still end up.
I think small. Yeah, I think that it was designed for small hands. They kind of wanted kids playing it.
Yeah, designed for the little kids, not like 29-year-olds.
I'm like kind of like it's just lost in my hands, and like it's too small. But anyway, thank you very much, both of you, for that. It's good to know what Countdowners do when they're not playing Countdown.
I've tried.
You did, Ronan. You did, and you're only 15, Ronan. I have to say, and I think of myself, if I was in your shoes right now, me as a 15-year-old on here, you're a lot more talkative than I would have been at 15.
Yeah.
So don't despair. Right. Well, thank you very much for that, guys. We will crack on. George, chat happy?
Chat are talking about Love Island a lot, so please can we start carrying on?
You see what I've started now, right? Yeah. You give them some crap, and they'll just run off on a tangent with it. Guff Island, yes. Right. Round 7 then. We get our heads back in the game. Ready to play some Countdown again?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Right. Round 7. Ronan, your letters, please.
3 vowels, 3 consonants.
Sure, they are E, U, and E. T, H, and T.
Vowel, please.
Is an I.
Consonant.
Is a D.
And a final consonant, please.
And a final S. 30 seconds. Okay, Ronan.
7, I don't particularly want to say.
Okay, Rachel.
Yeah, 7 too.
Okay, I'm hoping it's valid. Okay, Ronan.
Yeah, same.
Might be better if I just hold it up.
Is it a past participle?
Yeah, we've seen that. Rachel?
Yeah, Rachel.
Okay, I'll just play safe with Heisted, but yes, I did have shitted.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
was thinking, was
stop
shitted
laughing.
going to get demoted to a 4, George? That's all. Is it shat?
That's what I weren't sure of, but I was just laughing because that's all I could see, and then I saw.
I mean,
Heisted.
these are. I mean, everything's context when it comes to pejorative words. So there's nothing rude about them. It's just we all have these bodily functions.
We
George.
have had worse words on ZoomDown.
We have
recently.
twice.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, there was one against me.
But no, whether it's shitted or shit or shat, all 3 of those are valid as past participles. 7 was the max there. We also had scythid and ethides.
Have we lost Paul again? We have lost Paul again.
We have lost Paul.
So would they let you have shitted on countdown then?
They'd have to allow it, but I expect they'd just give you another word to offer.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah.
just make you play, say, Heisted or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, said that they didn't make Ame change one of his words the other day that they didn't air.
No, well, years ago actually, Jack Hurst, he said I got an 8. What was it? Shitface.
Oh, I'm back.
And
I'm back.
they said,
I'm
well,
back.
we can't broadcast that, so I will give you another 8. There isn't
But there
another
wasn't
8.
one.
So they changed the letter and
Oh, wow.
refilmed it. Just say hardiest. Right, okay.
I always think because we had a conversation before I went on Countdown and it was people. Oh, your friends always say like they always think of rude words that they'd love you to say and stuff like that. So we were looking up and someone came up with the word and they couldn't remember was it valid and we ended up with titwanks and we realized titwanks is valid and I was like,
wow.
I'd love to offer that. I'd love to offer that as an 8 because what would they offer you in as an alt? There's nothing really, unless you had an E. It would
Didn't
just be
believe
wanky.
you. I just checked. It is valid.
It
Oh
is
my
valid.
gosh.
I know you don't believe me. You're like, no, that can't be valid. That can't be valid, but it is.
Oh my god, that's so got to come up this episode, please.
Hasn't it?
Fix it for those letters to come up.
All I will say is we've had a lot of teas already, so we'd have to be quite lucky.
Right. What are we then? We are 38 to 53, and it is round 8. That's Rachel's letters, please.
4, 3, please.
4 and 3. C, J, S, and X. O, A, and A.
Vowel, please.
Is an I.
And another vowel, please.
Hoping for an E, and it is an E. So, Rachel.
It's the 6.
6, Ronan.
6.
Yours, please, Rachel.
Coaxes.
Coaxes, yeah, Ronan. Coaxes, we were all glad of that E.
Yeah.
Couldn't see much without it, George.
No, most of the chat were on coaxes too. One of them has gone for a standard 3-letter word. But Elliot and
Not a plural. It's not a plural, that. It's just a 3-letter
Elliot
word.
and Tom have both spotted the 7 ahiakos.
Of course. Yeah, it was on the
A-
tip of my tongue, too. Mm-hmm.
To say I said ahiakos and there's a J in there, you might be a bit confused. Yeah, AJIACOS.
Achiachos.
And they are any of various types of thick soup or stew originating in Cuba and Central and Southern America, typically including potato and other root vegetables and mild chilies. Now also sweet corn, chicken, etc.
Whatever you have. Whatever's
throw stuff into
going.
it.
Whatever's going.
How do these people see these words?
Achiachos. Well,
They know these words.
Yeah. Those two particularly are very, very good players now. Very, very good players. So
Nice.
we mere mortals can't expect
Yeah.
all of those words. So happy with coaxes. And round 9 then is numbers time, and that's Ronan.
I've got to try 4 large again.
4 large and hoping for a harder one this time. Here we have 8 and 10, 75, 25, 150, and your target. 819. 30
Oh.
seconds. So Ronan.
Yeah, 819.
And Rachel?
Yep, 819.
Go for it, Ronan.
75 divided by 25.
It's 3.
100 plus 3 times 8.
Times 8. 824.
50 divided by 10 for 5 to take off.
5, then take it off for 819. Rachel.
Yep, same. I panicked myself at the end because for some reason I wrote 825, and then I went, wait, I need to take off 6. And then I was like, wait, I've written it wrong, you idiot. But yeah.
Can't believe Ronan saw that before the clock started.
Yeah, I saw it, and then I don't know why I wrote 825 when it came to scribbling it. Oh, gosh.
Well, George?
Yeah, I had a feeling Rachel was going to show her work to the camera there because it was the only solution.
Wow.
Well done. Well done. Now, let's see if I can get a better pen. No, that's not the one. Hard to remember which boxes these are in. Aha. There we go. Look at that. Nice and dark. Now, scores 54-69. We are into round 10. So, 6 rounds left. It is Rachel, your letters, please.
4, 3, please.
4 and 3. S, M, H, and T. A, E, and E.
Vowel, please.
It's an I.
And a consonant, please.
And the final D. 30 seconds. Rachel.
8.
8 and Ronan.
8.
Yours, please, Rachel.
Mediates.
Mediate. So, Ronan, you went for the same one?
Yep.
Few 8s, George. Not seeing a 9, unless Miss Heated is in.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wrote misheated just to...
I put the wrong heating on.
Yeah.
I heated the
I will
wrong
double check
zone.
for you, Paul. Sadly,
You put it
no
on by
misheated.
mistake.
Yeah, you know you've all these zones for heating. I put the wrong one on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting there cold and everyone upstairs was too hot. So, just 8s then, George?
Yeah, just 8. Headiest, head ties, which are what you think they are. Mediates, methides, and side meat, which is what you think it is.
George, your angelic face just says it all.
Salt, pork, or bacon, typically cut from the side of a pig.
Okay.
It's Americans, you can blame them on that.
Side meat, yeah. It does sound American. Round 11 is Ronan's letters, please.
3 vowels, 3 consonants, please.
Sure. They are E, U, A, N, N, and P.
Vowel, please.
O,
Consonant.
Q.
And a final vowel, please.
Final E. Ronan. 6, okay, yeah, Rachel.
Yep, 6.
Yours, please, Ronan.
Unopened.
Unopened, yeah, Rachel.
Okay, I'll go for opaque then.
Opaque. Very nice. I was with Ronan.
Yeah, my job is done here. They were the 2 6s.
I was expecting that to be an I, George. It was a 6 coming up if that was an I, but the last one. All right.
Oh, quinoa.
Yeah.
Adam Dexter is going to go off on one in chat now.
We're all thinking of the same 6. Okay, so round 12 then.
Oh, I was thinking of quinoa, but now I have seen what you were. Yes,
Ali
okay.
G, an
Moving
Ali
on.
G,
Moving
an Ali
on.
G6, yes. Round 12 is Rachel. Final letters, please.
Can I have 4, 3, please?
Sure. 4 and 3. They are R, S, G, and C. O, I, and E.
C, O, I, N, E. And a consonant, please.
W.
Oh, that's the D. Sorry, I've written the wrong one. A consonant, please.
And the final F. 30 seconds. Rachel.
I'll stick with a 6.
Okay, Ronan.
I think I've got a 7.
Your 6, please, Rachel.
Cowards. I think I've got the same 7, maybe.
Okay, Ronan, you're 7.
Cowries.
I would have risked that as well.
Yeah,
George.
that's what I've got.
Cowries.
It's very good, and it puts Ronan back in the game.
Well done, Ronan. Well done. I know, I would have played it, George. Don't know what it means. Cowries.
Cowrie, it's a very nice definition, actually. A cowrie is a marine mollusk which has a glossy, brightly patterned domed shell with a long, narrow opening. There's also a smaller money cowrie, the flattened shell of which used to be used as money in parts of Africa and the Indo-Pacific.
Excellent. I like that. That's cool. You got a change of a cowrie? Yeah, I've only got a cowrie, sorry. Okay, so Ronan back within 8, within striking distance.
There is also
Sorry,
one
George.
other 7 with ossifers, O-C-I-F-E-R-S, which is just an officer, but the thing
when you're
swaps
drunk,
around.
it's Ossifer. Sorry about that. Ossifer.
ossifer.
Yeah, sorry, Ossifer. Okay, well done. Round 13 then. Final letters game, Ronan Higginson.
3 vowels, 3 consonants, please.
Here we go. O, A, and E. N, R, and R.
Vowel, please.
A,
Consonant.
W,
And a vowel, please.
and a final U. 30 seconds. Ronan.
I might be pushing my luck at 7.
Okay, Rachel.
I'll stick with a 7 then.
Yours, please, Ronan.
Unaware.
Okay, Rachel.
Yeah.
Unaware. It's usually in the plural, Ronan, isn't it? Unawares, but I'm sure you can be unaware, George.
It was a title of a song by Sparks, and yes, you can be unaware.
Oh.
Have it in
No
the plural
knowledge
as
of
well, isn't it?
situation or fact.
You can be unawares. Is unawares valid as well? In the same sense, you can be caught unawares.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Seems to just to be a lazy language, but it's valid, isn't it? Yeah. What else could they had?
Just one of the 7 with aurorae.
Oh,
The plural of aurora.
Oh, that's not an easy spot, is it? Aurora. Okie doke, it's 82-90. It's an 8-point game as we go into the final numbers. Rachel, how are you going to play it?
6 small.
6 small. Out with a bang. Here we go. 7, 4, and 1. 10, 8, and 2. A bit of a mix. Your target is 865. Ooh. Rachel.
I think have it.
Okay. Ronan.
I also have it.
Okay.
It's written down.
Yes.
Both written down, yes? Rachel.
Yeah.
Go for it.
2 times 10.
Is 20.
Add 7.
Is 27.
Times 4 times 8.
Times 4 for 108. Times 8 for 864.
And add the 1.
And you've kept your 1. Very nice. Ronan.
10 times 7 for 70. Plus 2 for 72.
Yeah, keep going.
Sorry, what was I? 8 plus 4 for 12 to times
Yeah,
72.
72 times 12 is 864.
Yeah, add 1.
Yeah, perfect.
I did it a different way myself. I did 7 plus 4 is 11 times the 10 for 110. Take the 2 for 108 times that by 8 for 864 and add the 1. And having just looked it up, there are only 3 solutions.
All 3 of you just covered the 3 solutions neatly.
There we go.
Oh gosh.
We ought to wait for Paul
So
to
we
come
quickly
back.
do this conundrum while he's gone.
Well, we ought to wait for Paul to come back, or we won't have any music.
I'm back.
There we go.
Oh, damn it. I don't know what's causing this tonight. So, 10 points apiece then.
Yes.
We know what that means.
Yeah.
Favorite thing?
Did you say your favourite thing?
Yeah.
Crucial.
Bane of my life.
For the trophy. A crucial for the trophy, lads. So, very, very best of luck to you. You've both been brilliant all series. So, it unfortunately has come down to 1 round. That being a crucial. So, if we have our fingers on the buzzers, the very, very best of luck to both of you.
Hang on. Is it?
We have it.
You're
Everyone
right.
good?
You're right.
There we go. Yeah, everything had gone to the side. It's stupid Max. It's back. It's back.
Everything's good? All right.
Yeah.
So,
Do we want to just test our buzzers beforehand?
yeah,
Just
just
in
get
case,
your,
do that.
put your head in the game here now. Want your head in the game. So, just try your buzzers. Just try your buzzers. Yeah. Okay.
And
Ronan?
Ronan? Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
Aye.
we're all good.
Are we good?
Yes, we are.
Heads in the game as we reveal today's crucial ZoomDown conundrum. Ronan on 29.2.
That's gram load.
It's not. The rest of the time to Rachel.
Oh, operation failed.
Yeah, I think you were too late.
Do you have a guess? Do you
I
have
was
a?
going to take the miss and do cram loads instead of scram load.
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
It's not. Anyone else on the?
I'll say
call?
scram load is what I would have gone for in our chat earlier.
What about the chat, George? We will go to the chat. Who has got
There
it?
are a few in the chat. Let's see who came in first. Gulshan, Bradley, Hazel, Zahab with Rascaldom.
Oh.
Right. Good on.
What is silly words that you think they're dumb on the end?
For a pair of rascals like you, it's a perfect. Come on, perfect conundrum. Rascaldom. It's never going to be easy on a final. They're always difficult, but commiserations, Ronan.
Thank you. I think I just got incredibly lucky in the end to even make the final, so I'm just really happy to have got where I am. Well done, Rachel.
You're far too modest. You're a great player. We expect massive things from you in the future. We do. But for now, Rachael Montgomery, congratulations, ZoomDown Series 4 Champion.
Thank you. Good shot.
Well done to you. Well done. So I hope that makes up for your countdown experience.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I think it helped a lot because it was after countdown. I was like, I've got to redeem myself after those stupid number cock-ups and after just all of that. That last game was atrocious. I worked out something like over 9 games, I averaged like 50 or something points. and it was just shocking. So I needed to redeem myself, and it was just the amount of words I chickened out on. I was showing Keith every round. I was like, look, I had that, and I was like, I need to stop being like a chicken, and I just wouldn't risk them. Whereas on here, I know all the words this lot come out with, so it's like you've just got to risk it.
Got to go for it, haven't you? You've just got to play them. That's it. If you have a word in your head, you just got to play. Well, absolutely fabulously played. Really well played. Delighted for you. And yeah, you should have come on ZoomDown first. You know what I mean? That would have given.
Well, I wasn't expecting to actually get on. I only applied at the end of March, and I didn't hear back about my audition until mid-June. So I think it was too late for the previous series. And then that's it. Obviously, I'd already filmed by the time this series started.
I didn't know. Yeah, it started the series. I remember chatting to Graham, kind of going, "Who have they all applied? Who are we going to see? Rachel? Or are we going to?" We didn't really know at the time. We wanted to get a load of you guys on because we knew you were all a good gang that had sort of joined the community recently. Yourself and Adam and Matt and all that lots and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're all absolutely delighted for you now. George, how was the chat?
Yeah, chatter full of praise completely for both of our contestants tonight.
Female series winner! Woohoo! Come on, even Ronan, you must applaud that.
Yeah,
it's nice to see, isn't it? It is nice to see. Very nice to see.
Anyway, I genuinely, when you first invited me, I genuinely thought it was like a setup just to help, like give.
Like a gotcha, yeah. The conundrum would have been "Oh me things" if it was a gotcha. No, they would have.
So all I wanted, I was like, just have Flagstone in there, because all I saw in that conundrum in that last game was Flongates. I was seeing elongates and Flongates. I'm like, I'll see that, and then I know the answer. I will never miss that again.
So tell me, were you just? I saw you looking at the conundrum on this one, and you saw it was quite hard. I saw you were just going.
Yeah,
please don't get it, Ronan. Please don't get it.
Near the end, I was like, oh my God, please don't buzz in now, please. And then when he did, I was like, please just be buzzing for the sake of buzzing.
So you had kind of given up on it yourself. You were like, I'm not even going to try this one. Just hope Ronan doesn't get it.
I couldn't see anything.
I saw Ronan just over about 25 seconds just got closer and closer to the camera like this. Oh, buzz, try that.
When you get a better view then, don't you, Graham? You're like, yeah, let's just have a better view of that there.
Yeah, I find it better when you get closer and closer. That's when you focus less. I was doing that during countdown. I was just getting closer to them. I'm like, see it, but sometimes you just step back and like look away, look at it. That's why I was closing my eyes, look again with fresh set of eyes, whatever.
Sometimes just look away, close your eyes, and don't look at the scramble, because they muddle up in your head.
Yeah. I learned a lot of tricks. I have to say now, working with Callum to start with. You learn a lot from Callum, Todd. Do you not?
You do.
He's very naturally talented countdown player. He's as talented as you, Ronan. You know, he's got that natural ability, but he's also got the temperament where he literally doesn't care. And I think that's half of it. Don't care, because if you don't care, you're on your couch playing countdown at home. That's how, and the game's easy. You know, when you're sitting there with your cup of tea at 2:10. It's a nice, easy game. You know, I regularly get 13s and 14 maxes and stuff watching along at home. It's much easier. You know,
well, I think it's like I said to you the other day. It's like I think it's helped. I've gone into all of the first lot of games, and then into the heats. I've gone into it accepting I'm going to lose. I'm like, I stand no chance against these guys. So what's the point? Just play along. And I think that's maybe it. Like, I stress far too much, and on the telly I just wanted a teapot and I didn't want to humiliate them. Whereas these, I was like, I've accepted I've lost already, and then if I win, it's bonus. So I think that's just helped me like calm down, like as such. I mean, this game against Ronan, I was like, Jesus Christ, yeah. Especially if he takes me to a crucial, I'm a goner. So,
you're not going to sleep tonight, Rachel. I can see you're hyper now already. You're wired.
Yeah. I'm just like losing and I'm shaking. My heart is racing.
You're going to need a stiff brandy or something now. That's what you're going to need. Is there a bar there?
I've had a lot of Monster and coffee today as well, so that probably don't help.
You need a brandy. That's what you need now, a nice brandy. So anyway, Stephen, what'd you make of that?
Yeah, that was definitely a game.
Wasn't it?
And I have looked up, I was a bit curious as to just how consistent Rachel has been in her games. So I've taken the liberty of arranging all of her scores this series in ascending order.
Mm-hmm.
They are 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, and 105.
She's got every one of those scores.
Yeah, those are all
in her 7 games. Wow. So she was only missing the 100, and she got the 100 tonight then.
Yep.
Wow. That is consistent. And then
There you go. I purposely missed the conundrum for that, obviously.
And those are damn good scores on ZoomDown as well these days. Graham's innovations have been fantastic, but WebRack is a more difficult beast than any of the other ones are.
It's what I call more random. There is deduplication there, and there is a bit where we make it a bit less lumpy than true randomness, which is the kind of thing you get at co-events. But it is not as predictable as on Actress. But,
you have an E and A, you can expect an O on Countdown, can't you? You mightn't get that on. We're going to miss that on the off-season now, Rachel. We're going to miss that, you know that? Who buzzed?
I said I'd do that at some point.
Like my heart's not racing enough.
That was absolutely fabulous tonight, I have to say. Ronan, I sympathise, I commiserate with you, but I'm very confident that you have a bright Countdown future ahead of you. So I am very, very, very glad that Rachael gets her moment tonight.
Yeah,
she thoroughly deserves it. She's been brilliant all season.
Well, thank you, everyone, and well played to Ronan as well.
And you know yourself, Rachel. We're going to see big things from this Ronan fella.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. I think we all know he's going to go far in Countdown. That's kind of inevitable.
And Ronan, I must say, on a personal level, when I first joined Apto a couple of years ago, you were a much younger fella, I suppose, and it maybe showed more at the time, certain level of immaturity. But I've definitely seen a maturity come to you. So
absolutely.
Definitely, you can be commended for that. It's nice to see.
Thank you.
And it's good to see you. Good to see you coming out of yourself, because it's important. And Zoom, we all know from this whole working from home crap that we all do and stuff like that now. Things like this is important. How you hold yourself on camera, all of that stuff. It is important, and they're good life skills to learn right now. So that hopefully they will stand you in good stead. Never mind just for Countdown, but for job interviews and for future things like that as well. Hopefully it'll stand you in good stead. So how have you enjoyed your experience on ZoomDown?
Oh, it was great, start to finish. Absolutely, it was just a privilege to be back in the finals, because 3 dropouts. Yeah.
What do you mean 3 dropouts?
Amity, Shane, Adam.
Ronan was 9th on the table, wasn't he?
That's right. Yes.
On the 10th.
Right. Yes. Well, I have to say that was to our good luck, Ronan, because you have definitely brightened up the finals, and it's been lovely having a female. I know everybody wanted a female winner as well, but a teenage winner would have been equally as nice. So it's been wonderful. George.
Paul.
Oh, coming to you, George, for your words of wisdom. What's your take on the final? It has been good.
It's been absolutely brilliant. I don't think we could have asked for anything more.
Short and sweet, George. That's it.
Sweet. That's me. Short and sweet and innocent. There we go. It's not
sweet and innocent, but all the dirty words. He knows all the dirty words. He does.
Well, it's still the word I've learnt the most from George was when he said "fucker" for FAUCHER. That's the word that stuck in mind all series is that.
Fucker, yeah.
I don't even remember that one. I'll have to have a look.
I remember it. They got you to say it quite a few times, I think, if I remember rightly.
I imagine a popular winner with our audience tonight, George.
What, that particular 5-letter word?
No. I imagine Rachael is a popular winner.
Oh yes, of course.
It's definitely nice to see a female champion. So that you can let that sink in now, Rachael. So we have a trophy for you. Do we have an image of the trophy, George?
No, I forgot to do that.
I
will have a look quickly on our Facebook.
We normally we sort of had some people badly photoshopped with the trophy and stuff like that. Yeah. But Rachael, we will get your address and we will send you that trophy.
No, we will ask for your address. We won't get it.
It's just kind of crazy because it's before today. It was Daz kept saying to me, obviously, if I was to win this, you've got, is it Rob Foster, Callum, Elliot, and then it would be me. I'm like, okay, I don't just have in their league.
It wasn't Callum, it was Connor. Connor Travers,
Rob
Foster, and Elliot Mellor. Yeah, you're in very, 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 very good company. That's you're in a certain pantheon there, I would say. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh God.
So anyway, it's been absolutely fabulous. So we will, I guess, wrap up, Graham, and let Rachel calm down because she's going to need a few hours to sort of chill out, isn't she?
More like bright red, and like just see bright red.
She's going to need a few hours to chill out, get a few brandies, prop up the hotel bar for a while. And,
that was a brilliant final. It's not often that you get the final of ZoomDown going to a crucial. Sometimes it does, but that was a great game. Well done, both of you.
It's great when it does, isn't it? When we come down to this far in the series and it comes down to one round. It's this, I love that. That's really good.
That's when it's just really tense. You're like, this is the decider. Who's going to win?
So anyway, on that, we will say cheerio for this series and for 2021. It's been absolutely brilliant. Very, very different series. So we will say goodbye from our runner-up tonight, Ronan Higginson. And from our champion, Rachael Montgomery.
Goodbye.
And from our team, Stephen Reed.
Bye.
From our Lex, George Armstrong.
Bye-bye.
And from the innovator of all the tech this series is Graham Cole.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. So we have a little surprise for you. So until 2022, it's good night from ZoomDown. Good night. Hello, it's 8 o'clock. It's Tuesday. It's time for ZoomDown.
May have Zoom issues.
Well, then he's come to the right place.
So we don't have player 1 and we don't have player 2, but other than that, we're ready to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ninjas. Funny.
I apologise sincerely.
That's all right. I've asked Paul, is he rejoining, and he hasn't even seen the message yet.
I think Adam Dexter has been volunteered.
Okay, so I've sent Adam the link.
Oh, bollocks!
Oh, Paul's back.
Who's back? Who's back?
Paul's back.
Hold your horses, everyone cancel.
That's brilliant.
Oh, we have Adam Dexter. Hey!
We have a bit of explaining to do.
Yeah, hold on, we can't hear. Where would you be? Would be in the hospital at infirmary. You know that song, Billy Connolly? No?
I'm afraid not.
You're sharing screen, Eddie. Turn it off.
What?
You're sharing screen. But anyway, Graham, looking forward to this. I think we had all our technicals nailed the last time, so hopefully that continues.
The previous biggest comeback on ZoomDown was 18.
Wow, Ellen, there you go. Record ZoomDown comeback. Well, just Adam's the one playing. 3 of spades.
3 spades.
All tired?
Yeah.
You are? And nice big long holidays now. Oh, nice. Graham's finished already by this stage. Graham's like, yeah, I pushed it before you even said goodbye.